Today's edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox is brought to you by Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival, now with events throughout the year.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. A little later than usual, and not exactly where we were hoping to be today, but as I just posted on the Let's Eat group, simulcasting this show, man plans and God laughs. So here we are, very obviously disappointed. We wanted to get together with our friend Reno Sorbonne at Heritage Fort Lauderdale. A lot to celebrate with Reno. I mean, he got the only bib gourmand from the Michelin Guide in Broward County. He is, was jubilant over the Panthers winning their second straight Stanley Cup because his brother-in-law is Roberto Luongo, team executive, Hall of Fame goalie. And then got word from Reno late today that he has a family emergency. A very close family member is stricken, is very ill, and we're going to just have to reschedule. So we will roll with the punches, and it's been that kind of day. But, Defo, how are you doing?
Is my tongue blue? This is the question.
Yeah, ice? Did you have blueberry ice?
I just had Luigi's Italian Ices, one of my favorite products. $4.70 for 6 of these, and they couldn't be any more refreshing. I mean, it's not exactly like being in New York and going up to some street vendor, although the closest I've come to that, it's not really the same. There's that Richie's Italian Ices on commercial.
Yeah, there's some.
I like shopping in there. They have some really good stuff, but as a store-bought product, this Luigi's.
Why is it blue? What kind of flavor is
it? It was a raspberry flavor,
okay.
And I normally would not be a fan of that.
I got a question. How many blue raspberries have you seen in your lifetime?
Well, it's a funny thing about the coloring, but nonetheless, and I guess there's a movement on now to stop.
Is that, I was going to say, is that RFK Jr. approved? I mean,
that's maybe the one smart thing he did, but beyond that, I would have to recommend this product 1,000%. Being an old New York guy, it's as close as you can come to getting that feeling. They don't have the little frozen part at the bottom where you used to flip these over. When you would buy like a store-bought version of it, you'd flip them over, and then it was kind of like all frozen ice at the bottom there, and you got a lot of flavor. They don't have that, but very good product. I recommend it 1,000%. I usually buy the lemon and or cherry.
Yeah, I like the cherry.
They had a combination red, white, and blue, and for a 6-pack of these, 130 calories on the blue and 110 on the cherry. You can't go wrong.
What it was it BOGO at Publix? Because that's usually the only time I buy any of those frozen treats is when they're BOGO.
No, this was not BOGO, but I do believe at like 80 cents a copy here, it's a pretty good bargain.
Okay, and this is a rare day in paradise. We're the cool people today, not just because we're slick and celebrating a second Stanley Cup, but because we're actually like 11, 12 degrees cooler than New York and Boston. All my friends up there are sending texts about how they're melting. They're having record heat wave. I think New York hit 99 or almost 100 degrees today for the first time in about, I think, 13 years. They said first time since 2012 that the thermometer was reaching 100 degrees. Boston the same way. They are just melting in pools of sweat. I bet they could use some of that Luigi's ice now. But here we're made in the shade. I mean, it was actually, I went out this morning and I felt like kind of a cool breeze. It was like 84. Now it's 88 and it only feels like 88 because there's a sea breeze coming. So who would have thunk it that this is the cool place to be?
Felt like 120 to me when I was out on the Walk of Life about an hour ago. My God, man. Although, you do get a little bit of a breeze here, and it seemed like some rain was coming in. So there was a little bit of a break. But getting on the scale, I must have schwitzed out 5 pounds.
Yep.
So, if we're catching a break from the heat, it's not noticeable. And that's why these Luigi's Italian Ices come in especially handy, especially after sucking down a couple of Budweisers, as is my tradition.
Well, I've gone the opposite direction today. Well, I mean, what was the plan was, we were going to go and catch up with Reno. We haven't been into Heritage in a long time, not since he got awarded that Bib Gourmand, which is, as much as we might want to poo-poo Michelin Guide and all that stuff, it is a nice accomplishment. And when we see one of our friends who's really deserving of accolades get rewarded and recognized, it would have been nice to get in there and actually see they actually have a little Bib Gourmand, and Bib is the name of the tire mascot that Michelin, that you see on the Michelin commercials, but they actually give the Bib Gourmand people a little replica of the fat white tire guy. And that's perched up atop of the bar, but he probably would have brought it down for us. And I was going to troll Reno because, I like to give him a good ribbing. And, he demanded that I keep the mustache on until the show. I'm afraid now this is going to have to go by the wayside. Although we will reschedule soon, but I don't know. I can't take much more of this caterpillar. He wanted to see, he said the only way was if I keep the mustache and grow a soul patch. Now, I finally shaved. I started growing that growth again, but I shaved this morning. But can you see any kind of soul patch here? I got a little soul patch.
You got some schmutz there. I don't know what it is.
Might have been
My mother would have said to me, "What is that schmutz on your?"
Yeah,
face?"
exactly.
It is schmutz. This is a caterpillar, and this is a little schmutz. I'm gonna cry to. Well, maybe I'll keep going. Maybe I'll just grow the beard again. What the heck? I mean, I liked it. I looked back at some of those pictures from vacation, and I think if I trimmed it up, it could be a rugged, handsome look. I mean, we'll see. But again, best wishes to Reno and his family. I know, it's a tough situation. It seems like a lot of people are going through some tough situations now, and we just wish everybody good health. And it's like my grandmother said, without your health, you got nothing. So everybody take good care of themselves. Now, I was gonna troll Reno by he is known as one of the best pizza makers. Has one of the really good, this kind of artisanal pizza, but it's kind of a blend of New York style, thin, crispy, and a little bit of with some really gourmet elements. Today is one of the days that Heritage is closed. They are closed every week, Monday and Tuesday. So I didn't want them to have to, cook specially for us. As long as the bar was open, we could crack open some bottles of wine and bourbon. That would have been good enough. But I said we were going to come in and bring him some of our favorite pizzas and have him sample it. And Lubie, did you have something there that you picked up? Because I know I got a couple of things here.
I got what I look. There's other new ones now, so maybe other companies have unseated them. But I have what is well known as the worst fast food pizza. Little Caesars. I doctored it up because I couldn't since I ran.
Can
home.
I see? Do you have the whole pie there or something like that, or
Here.
no? Or you could. What kind of style did you get? Because now I went in.
I thought we were just trying to make it fair and I just get cheese across the board, so I just went and got cheese.
All right, so you got the Little Caesars,
Yes,
and I ran out because, and this boggles my mind, Defo. I mean, there's so many good local independent pizza shops around town, and besides the the nice restaurants like Heritage that does pizza, they also have there's independent mom and pop shops all over town. But somehow there's still a big market for these massive chains that have the power of, I guess, marketing and specials and advertising. So I went and I picked up two different style of pies, one from Papa John's, which was their new, they call it the Epic Garlic Stuffed Crust Pizza. And I got this one was called a large, and this boggled my mind. You got the photos there, Lubie? Because this Papa John's, I got it with pepperoni, and they serve it with a side of this. Okay, then look at that's called a large, and it's got the stuffed crust, and it also has that garlic spread on the side, and I'm holding it up right here. This is, oh god, it's dripping this like hydrogenated oils onto my computer keyboard.
Like margarine.
It's like a margarine. It's such a heavily processed product, and I dipped my crust into it just before. And
it tastes fine. It's the only decent thing about.
Wait, do you think it tastes fine?
It's okay. I mean, I don't know.
It tastes like crap.
I haven't had
RFK Jr. would never stop vomiting if he took it. It needs to be banned right away. And the stuff, you know what? I used to say even bad pizza is good, but I think I'm rethinking that right now. And guess how much? Okay, I didn't find any coupons. I didn't go on their app to see if there's any special. Guess how much that pizza, which they call a large, cost? Defo, any guess?
20.
No, it's not that much. Was it 10? Is it 10?
$28.
What?
No,
was-
it's not.
That was me going in to pick it up, and I guess it's considered a specialty pie with. I put pepperoni. Is there anything else on it? Oh, pepperoni and mushrooms, but I can't even detect any mushrooms on this thing. Let me
Sure, 28. I don't think it's 28.
I got the receipt to prove it, buddy boy. And they call this a
I don't think-
pepperoni and mushroom garlic stuffed crust pizza. Where's the mushrooms? I need a freaking
28.
microscope.
I don't think that's.
And I gotta find the receipt now. But
I don't think it's 28.
oh yeah,
Like real deal pizza.
Huh? This was the biggest pile of crap for $28. You can get a pizza at Reno's at Heritage
Yeah.
for like $24. You know, the sopressata with the hot honey that they make in house. I mean, that boggles my mind that I actually paid $28. I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna find the receipt. I got it online somewhere. But Defo, do you ever eat this kind of chain pizza anymore? Or when was the last time do you recollect having either a Domino's or a Papa John's?
I would say maybe a year ago. There are too many good places. As you said, I mean, you can pick any one of 3-4 dozen different places. There's no shortage of pizza places in my area, and there are a lot of good ones. I mean, are they great? Are they upper crust, so to speak? Most of them are really good. I remember getting some Little Caesars. I thought it was horrendous. The key would be the price. I mean, when you see the ads for Papa John's and it's $10.99 for 2 medium pizzas, that would be you got 4 kids that are screaming, "I want pizza." That would be something to take into consideration. So maybe you're sacrificing a little bit in terms of quality and taste, but it does the job. And it depends how stoned you are, Mike Mayo, don't you think?
I guess so. And I've been painfully sober and have not been imbibing in my medicine lately. Yeah, here it is. I just screenshot it. I'll send it to you. Maybe we can put it on during the break, Lubie. But $26.50 for the large garlic epic stuffed crust cheese pizza with the 3 cheese blend, pepperoni, mushrooms, and original sauce. I asked for it well done. That's the other thing. This is not even near well done.
It's really 20. Wow, that's nuts.
I'm sorry. I'm cursing.
Because at least if you get what I get, like this was like $7. So you're not getting that at any pizza place. But if you're getting, once you get into the teens and the 20s, like
$26.50. And this again it's not even delivery or through a third-party app. I went in and I picked this up myself on 17th Street, and it was $1.86 in tax. So the total is $28.36. You know what I tipped? Nothing.
Well,
Because
nothing.
they didn't even put a tip option on. I prepaid, and then when I went in there, I didn't have any small bills, and they don't even have a tip jar out. So I guess people. I don't know. Should I feel bad that I didn't tip anybody?
What are you going to do if you didn't have any cash on you?
there's no way to tip. There's no way to tip. I mean,
$28.36 for this steaming pile of dreck.
John's?
Yeah, for Papa John's. Now, the one I'm gonna let you guess. You want to show the second pizza I got from Domino's right around the corner from me. And again, they have so many different styles and options now. They have the thick and the stuffed, and I got from Domino's. Now that's the Papa John's, and then from Domino's I got what they call a New York style pizza. I have no idea why they only cut it in 6 pieces. Everybody knows a New York style pizza has 8. So it's like they say, oh, it's a 6-slice pie that's eminently foldable, right? So, but this at least looked okay, and the crust looked a little bit better. I got this one with sausage and onions. Again, onions very scant, but I can see them on here. And I got an extra side sauce of their marinara sauce. I might as well have just taken out a bottle of Heinz ketchup because it's just this sweet. And I don't know why they do charge 79 cents for this side of marinara that you could dip. And again, it just tastes like tomato paste and sugar. But at least I think the Domino's one was a little bit thinner, a little bit crispier. When it came out hot, I had a slice, and the sausage is acceptable. Again, I don't know why 6 slices. It's very big, but they say, oh, you can fold it over and eat like a New Yorker. And Guess how much that one costs with tax and the marinara sauce?
18.
Yeah, I'm gonna go $16.99.
$24. Once again,
Yeah.
this was a pickup, not even third party. And it just goes to show schmucks like me that don't know how to find coupons or promo codes or order the special of the day. We just get raked over the coals. I mean, that is just
That's crazy.
that's crazy.
You can go to
And-
I mean, I get it once you start adding toppings and stuff, fine, but you can get a one topping real pizza and I know that's gone up. It's in the high teens, low 20s, but geez, 25.
A lot of our friends, I mean, we're going to be at Wicked Cheesesteaks tomorrow. He does a really nice pie, and you can get a basic pie, one topping there, I think, for like, he has like $18 or something. I mean, it's just astounding to me that not only do they charge this much, but that people actually pay it, or even with the coupons or whatever the deals are. I mean, I guess they were running some special promo for something that was like $11.99 with a one topping, but it was not the style that I wanted. And in a way that I'm glad that when we didn't subject Reno to this.
Oh,
He
no.
might not have ever talked to me again.
Reno, eat this. And because that's the thing is too, he grew up in a Italian family that owned a legendary pizza place. So I don't even think when they had pizza parties, there's no way they did this. Like they probably made their own pizza for their pizza. So I don't know if he ever, and like he was down here, he can go away to college or anything. So I don't know if he ever had to eat pizza like this in his whole life.
It's a shanda to have to eat chain pizza, unless, like Defo says, unless it's like midnight or 1 a.m, and you can even find a couple of independents that are open late that cater to the stoners. Actually, there's a chain now called Stoners Pizza that is open late. They're kind of a miniature chain, regional chain, but there's other places around, and I think I would rather get kicked, just go kicking and screaming into the night than to be. And the funny part, of course, is that my daughter loves Papa John's pizza. If you give her Papa John's pizza, she's happy. And I don't know where I went wrong with that. And she puts pineapple on it too. She likes the pineapple and ham chain pizza. So, all right. Well, that's what we did instead of going to Heritage today. And, I might need to get heavily inebriated at this point, but I would like one of those ices, though. Any way you can send one of those Luigi's through the screen?
I have to say, part of my brain is screaming, "Go get another one."
Yeah,
definitely do a second one here right on the show.
130 calories. You add 130 plus 130, 260.
260, not bad. I can afford it at this point. Yeah.
Loaded with sugar. That wouldn't be good for me and my
I can't be that heavy on the sugar if the calories are so low. You have to figure. I don't know what they use to sweeten it, but it's fine.
I'm guessing it's high fructose corn syrup. And
I mean, it's nothing. It's good for you. I mean, it's not like you're going to go to some health club and find these, but as damaging type of stuff that you could consume goes, it seems okay.
Well,
everything in moderation, as you often said.
Yeah, and let's have we'll take our first break. I do want to have a discussion about ices and frozen treats because this is the time of year where I could eat ice cream for lunch and dinner. I mean, I love going around and the other week I stopped off at that Wits frozen custard up in Lighthouse Point in between a doubleheader lunchbox stops because I can't resist sometimes on a hot day just having a little soft serve custard, ice cream shake, fraps, ices, and there's a bunch of good ones around town. So why don't we first take a break? Today, I keep thinking it's Thursday because I had such a day today scrambling. Schedule readjustments. We were supposed to do a show tomorrow. A special visit to a new chocolate shop confectionery. They call it Norman Love Chocolates and Dessert Salon. It's actually kind of also a mini growing chain that started in Fort Myers, Florida. And they've opened a couple in South Florida, one in Delray Beach, and one just opened a couple of weeks ago in Boca Raton. We're going to the new Boca Raton location to meet the CEO and to talk about the brand and to eat some chocolates and other sweet treats. But there was a little bit of miscommunication. I thought it was going to be tomorrow. and the PR woman, mistakenly set it up for Thursday. So that set off a mad scramble. Nobody wants to hear all my problems. We've got it all figured out now. We're going to be at Norman Love Chocolates on Thursday. We're going to be at Wicked Cheesesteaks with our friend Brian tomorrow. And that's going to be fun because have you heard what Brian is doing lately? He's always coming up with new wrinkles and new products to offer. And he saw an opportunity because summertime, especially in the Northeast, Boston, and parts of New York, roast beef sandwiches are a very big popular item. And Kelly's roast beef up in the Boston area, Buzzy's roast beef in Boston, Roland Roaster in Brooklyn. Did you ever go to Roland Roaster? Defo? It was
Man, yeah, I was a big roast beef sandwich fan.
Yeah, and he's doing these roast beef sandwich. He saw opportunity because not only did our friend Dave at Top Round close down a while back, over a year ago. That was the one in downtown Fort Lauderdale. But there was a place on Lauderdale by the Sea right across from our friends at Even Keel and right next to Taco Craft. It was called Boston Beef, and that recently shut down. It's been a tough time for some of these local independents. And so Brian figured there might be, a niche for people who desire these kind of roast beef sandwiches that you find in the Northeast. So he started kind of put it on the menu, and he actually hired a woman that worked at Boston Beef. And also Boston Beef was, I think one of the owners was Joey Esposito, our friend from Cafe Seville. His cousin was involved in Boston Beef. I'm sorry that it didn't take hold, but Brian hired a woman from Boston Beef to help him, and now they're selling like hotcakes. They're doing a really good job, and I've seen a couple of posts on the Let's Eat group. So we're going to get in there tomorrow and try some of these roast beef sandwiches for ourselves, along with, obviously, he still has the great cheesesteaks going, the chicken Phillies going, the lobster rolls. Lobster has come back down to earth in terms of the pricing. So Brian is once again offering them and selling them because they're at more reasonable rates. So that'll be fun tomorrow. But meantime, let's take the first break. I was going to talk about Tropical Acres. We'll do that later. Let's just take the first break, and we'll come back with more on the Lunchbox after these words. When people ask me about the best restaurants in South Florida, Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining, top-flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef-founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended for a special occasion or any occasion. Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk and Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays, including their new burrito tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. The finest quality, warm hospitality, and world-class creativity. Those are the ingredients that make Daniel's, a Florida steakhouse, a special place. Come experience the restaurant that's Michelin Guide recommended and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved, with an impressive collection of steaks, seafood, and more, like their foie gras creme brulee. Daniel's is located at 620 South Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, just south of the New River Tunnel, open Tuesday through Sunday for dinner. For reservations and information, go to danielssteak.com. Fresh local fish, a sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hours 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. A tradition for South Florida sports fans for more than 30 years. Shenanigans. It's at 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach, the place to go for all your favorite teams and events and food that's not your ordinary sports bar fare. Award-winning wings, burgers, fresh fish, and more, TV screens galore, and all-day happy hour specials. Kitchen and bar are open into the wee hours, perfect for late-night bites and very close to the airport. For playoff action, football season, and a good time anytime, Shenanigans. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox. We're doing a late edition, a late afternoon. We'll call it a twilight edition. And again, for those who were expecting us to be at Heritage with Reno Sorbonne today, he had a family emergency, so a late scratch. We will reschedule. We'll get in there at some point. I don't know if the mustache will get in there with me, but what do you think? Should this die right away? Should I just shave it right after the show? Yes.
Please.
Okay. That's it. I emailed you the receipts just for proof. I don't know if we need to post those.
I believe you now. That's just crazy to me. I know that I've only ever gotten stuff like when I have my nephews, when we have like a family get together and I just want to grab pizza real quick, I'll grab whatever they have on sale. I didn't realize the regular price stuff is the same as like if you went to a real pizza place.
Well, clearly I ordered wrong, because like you're supposed to, I guess, go for whatever is the special and the cheapie, and you can get two for $15.99 or something like that. But I didn't see any of that when I went online, and I didn't go into the apps. But lesson learned. Well, that's it. So, hey, let's talk about, we've got, again, I was mentioning yesterday things to look forward to, and I have a couple of things I'm looking forward to this summer. One of them is music, concert. I know that's always a big deal for you, right, Defo? Are there any concerts on the horizon for you or anything, or just kind of the typical Tuesdays at the Tipperary? Or
I might be venturing up there tonight. It's possible. No, there's always a great dynamic local scene here. You can catch world-class acts in a lot of different places, some of them surprising. One would be Ruby's, which is in Lake Worth, and I haven't quite mustered up the ambition to drive up there, but I'm tempted to go this Thursday night. They have the same band, essentially, that's at the Tipperary pub, only accented by the amazing guitar virtuosity of one Matt Schofield.
Oh, nice.
This is one of those places where you can catch a guy who'll be playing next week, maybe at the Royal Albert Hall, and you're catching them in some place for free. So you have to love that. And of course, Funky Biscuit always has good stuff going. So I follow that. Several other places worth visiting. So that's essentially it for me so far on a concert tour.
I got to check out the Funky Biscuits upcoming lineup, because sometimes they get some good acts coming in from New Orleans and Memphis and Nashville.
Great band, actually. Lubie, I saw the schedule for August 14th. It's a little bit down the road. But this gentleman I got to meet, Al Poliak, called me one day and said, "Hey, can you help this guy out, promote his show a little bit?" Had a band that was debuting called The Somethings.
Oh, nice.
A gentleman named Josh Schwartz.
He's great.
Literally, like, blew me away. I was not expecting to see that level of excellence and excitement. And so, and Josh has been touring Europe with other bands that he's involved in. But these guys are getting back together at the Biscuit August 14th. I ran Albert Castilla is going to be at Crazy Uncle Mike's, which is a good musical.
I like
Really?
that place. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
nice.
up in.
I haven't seen Howard in forever.
It's North Boca, right before the Delray line on North Federal Highway. There, great venue. Yeah,
Very nice. Yeah, I mean, from a sound standpoint, I don't think any place can beat the Biscuit.
right.
You have Arts Garage has different acts in there. I think we went to see one time. your first venture to the Biscuit was to see a band called Memphis Lightning.
Yeah,
And
he was
I
great.
believe they're at Arts Garage. Yeah, yeah, young kid. They just keep making progress. But yeah, a lot of good stuff locally. I saw everybody was involved in that Ringo Starr and his All Stars. An 80-year-old Ringo was at the Hard Rock last week. But I'm not as inclined to go to those kind of shows as I am to just catch
Well,
some local band here in a small venue.
I've got something on the horizon, and it's at a venue that I think is the right size. The Hard Rock is nice. It's 7,000. It's modeled after Radio City Music, but I'm going to the I guess is it called the Fillmore or the Jackie Gleason Theater? The one that's near the
Yeah, it's called a
convention
Fillmore
center.
now. Yeah.
It's the Fillmore, not the Fillmore East.
Make sure
Fillmore
you
West.
have whatever libations you want before you go.
Okay,
My poor buddy got whacked there. It was worse than a hockey game.
I'm going to bring the flask.
He went to see Steely Dan and Fagan and his buddies, and I couldn't believe it. I felt guilty. I had to give the guy a stick because he literally got hammered on four.
It was like Panthers Arena
Worse,
pricing?
worse. I mean, just
Worse, sir?
disgustingly, obnoxiously overpriced. Same thing at the
like-
Parker Playhouse. Which
Oh,
is,
we recently went to a show at the Parker, and it was to see, why can't I remember his name? It was the lead singer of the Moody Blues. I think we talked about it a little bit on the show. Nobody remembers the guy's name, but he put on a good performance. Actually, you know what? That was in my sobriety phase, so I was not drinking anything that night.
well, you're lucky, man, because even if you had a Coke, it would have been $30.
Oh, okay.
No,
No, I'm
it's no cash. So I mean, if your credit card is tapped out,
yep.
you're going to be embarrassed.
Gotta find new lines of credit. No, so on July 12th, and I was happy to hear July 12th. I didn't realize I bought tickets back in December when it was first announced for Elvis Costello, and he's one of my
he's great.
he's one of my favorites. I mean, he has been a master lyricist, songwriter. His first breakthrough album was in the mid 70s. I think it was My Aim Is True. And he had the hit Allison, and he's had all kinds of, he's probably put out 40 albums over the year. He had a recent bout with cancer. So, you never know, what the future portends for him and his health. I know his voice isn't as strong as it used to be, but he's still a master storyteller. He's a raconteur. I've seen him probably about 20 to 25 times through the years, everywhere from.
He has a great podcast. I don't know if he's still doing it, but
Oh, really? I did not
because
know.
he's like Paul Schaefer does the same thing, where he sits down with guys individually and they talk about their career and how certain songs came together and all these different things, and then they play a little bit. And he had a great podcast where he sat down and played with different guys. It was really fantastic, very entertaining.
Yeah, no, he's a true master Renaissance man musician. He's done all kinds of styles, everything from classical music with the Brodsky Quartet to country and honky tonk with up in Nashville. I think Charlie Jones he did an album with, and then even New Orleans ragtime with the great Alvin Toussaint, who's no longer with us. But yeah, Elvis, this concert, he's with, I guess they're calling it the Imposters. The original band was the Attractions. The Imposters are the original band, plus a guy named Charlie Sexton, I guess, instead of one of the original guitarists. But it's going to be at the Fillmore on July 12th down in Miami Beach. And he's performing only, I think, music from his first 4 albums, so it's like all his early hits. So I'm looking forward to that. And actually, Val and I are going to go down. We're going to make a staycation weekend out of it, use some points, and go stay at one of the hotels down at South Beach. And I'll be sure to pregame with the cocktails. My daughter got me a flask as a gift from Barcelona. So very thoughtful gift. I don't know what that means, that my daughter thinks I'm a total alcoholic, but I will fill that flask with something before heading into the Gleason. I hope they don't have.
Oh, is it one of those flasks that you can bring in there because it's like disguised as binoculars? Or
It has like a leather case, so it's not metallic. So even if they have the metal detectors, I'm hoping that if I slip it down my ankle, and I'll just say I broke my ankle and I have a plate in it or something like that, unless they frisk me. I don't know if they're going to go all TSA on me, but thank you for the word of warning, and that's something I'm looking forward to. And I was a little bit I guess worried because I bought these tickets back in December, And then I see there's these two like big food events that night that I've judged in the past. One of them is a chicken wing battle in West Boca at that West Boca Regional Park, and then the Burger Battle is down at that Sanborn Park in downtown Boca on Federal on the same night, July 12th. But lo and behold, I looked up on the website and I was not listed among the judges. And so it means, I might have said yes in the
Wouldn't they
past.
give you a call?
I would have think, yeah. Usually a month out, they
You
kind
don't
of
want
say,
to read
hey,
about it in a paper. It's kind of like finding your own obituary.
but I double checked and no, I guess I'm off the hook. I thought I agreed, verbally to do it at some point the last few months, but no, I'm off the hook. So we'll be going to Elvis Costello. And again, one more thing to look forward to over this summer. A lot of people look forward to travel, and then you've got concerts, you've got ball games, although not many ball games down here for the time being. What's the FSU schedule look like, Lubie? Are they
Football wise?
Yeah.
Um,
Are they gonna? They got like tough openers? Are they gonna start?
Bama to start actually.
Oh God, they're done. Okay.
And then I'll look it up if you want.
Nah, it's all right. But
When's the FAMU game? That's
yeah, they don't play FAMU. They play Bama. They play East Texas A&M. So that may be the one you want to go up to, so your daughter can see a big win. They pulled a UM. They play back to back. We haven't done this in a while. East Texas A&M have a bye, then Kent State. That's impressive. We haven't done that in a long time.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well,
that's horrendous.
and they make these schedules years in advance, so it was
They
before
do,
they
but
even knew they were in the gutter
lame.
last year.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like playing two garbage teams back to back. That's pretty lame.
Hey, and last but not least, something we're looking forward to. I want to put up the flyer, the August 9th. Again, it is going to be the second annual Pearl Jam by the Sea Oyster and Other Libation Festival at Even Keel Fish Shack, corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard. The ticket price for VIP went up today. And there's only a handful of those VIP tickets remaining, but those get you in an hour earlier. You get a seat in covered seat indoor at the bar, and you get some extra goodies with past plates and dishes from the kitchen. So if you want the VIP experience, that's available. And the general admission experience is really good. Talk about a good value, because you can use the promo code Lunchbox when you go online to buy your tickets at eventbrite.com. And all you got to do is go to either the Oyster Pearl Jam .eventbrite.com website. It'll take you right there, or eventbrite.com, and just look up Oysters, Even Keel Pearl Jam Oysters, and it'll come up. And again, typically general admission is $75, but if you use that Lunchbox promo code, $10 off, so it'll be $65 plus some service fees. It's going to be a fine time. Saturday, August 9th.
It's bad last year. It's going to be even better this year because we're diversifying the food and
paella. We're gonna have a whole paella drum being worked up, so that way it'll be a little more filling. And in case there's a little bit of a lag time between shucking all those oysters,
because that's the thing, is people can eat them a lot quicker. Like Tom T, Brad are great at shucking. But the way people inhale, I didn't know people could do that, because it takes me time to futz with it. These people, it's like there's no shell. Right. It's impressive to watch people house these oysters. So I'm glad we're going to have some other things.
Because you tell them unlimited oysters and they go to town. You think they're giving away the sweet and low packets at the Rascal House or something like that. Forget about it. But it's going to be fun. And again, we're going to have some extra goodies this year, music, entertainment, and hopefully it'll be a beautiful day. And you could also, go down to the beach, take a swim, come back, eat some more oysters. Great time awaits. And again, that's in conjunction with our friends Phil and Kate from the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival, one of the events that they hold throughout the year. That also, a portion of the proceeds will be going to the Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital. And of course, the big event's coming up next January. And that's going to be exciting. I don't know if the early bird VIP tickets for the grand tasting is on sale yet, but you could always check out the goings on at VLFoodWine.com. That's their website. We always enjoy getting together with them. And August 9th, circle it on your calendar. And it is the weekend right before school starts in Broward County. So people will be getting back into their school frame of mind, back to school shopping that weekend. All the parties and vacations are over. So why not have one last hurrah on the Saturday and you can still kind of get yourself together on Sunday for the opening of school the following day. All right, let's take that second break, and then we'll come back with more and talk about some more food topics, including last night I had a really nice dinner at a very nice place called Il Paesano.
Oh,
And went with our friend Qui, who is back in town, and he's not going to be working as hard in the restaurant at Kaizen every day. He's kind of scaling back and finding a more work-life balance, and that included drinking lots of good wine and eating too much food with me yesterday at Il Paesano. We'll talk more about that after these words. Southern comfort food from a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar. A great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, upscale food in a down-home setting, the chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. For casual yet sophisticated contemporary American cuisine, Burton's Grill and Bar. Now with 2 South Florida locations, 1003 South University Drive in Plantation and 5580 North Military Trail in Boca. I've become a huge fan of this place. Great food and hospitality, family friendly, a full gluten-free menu, and a staff that's very mindful of guest allergies and special dietary needs. They're open 7 days with an all-day menu, weekend brunch, and happy hour specials. And oh, don't miss that short rib grilled cheese or their famed key lime pie. So good. They offer catering and delivery, and download the Burton's app for extra specials and bonuses, including $15 to sign up. Go to burtonsgrill.com for more information. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Looking for inspired comfort food in a cozy setting? Blue Collar in Miami is the place to go. Located at 6789 Biscayne Boulevard, it moved to bigger digs a year ago, now has full liquor, and still features all your old favorites from chef owner Danny Surfer. Fantastic burgers, the braise of the day, and the city's best key lime pie. And the summer specials are sizzling with BOGO lunch sandwiches every weekday from noon to 5 p.m. in June and July, Miami Spice menu in August, September, and drink specials every day. Open daily with weekend brunch. For reservations and information, go to bluecollarmiami.com. Feel like getting away without leaving town? Then you got to check out the House on the River in Fort Lauderdale. It's a beautiful restored historic home with indoor and outdoor dining right on the New River. You'll think you're in Charleston or Savannah. It has a gorgeous patio, porches, and private dining areas, and it offers unique experiences perfect for a date night or fun times with friends and family. It has weekend brunches, happy hour, dinner Wednesday through Sunday. There's also a high tea on Friday and Saturdays, and the popular House of Veuve Champagne experience on weekends. The House on the River is in Fort Lauderdale's Himmershey District, just south of the Science Museum. For reservations and information, go to thehouseontheriver.com. All right, we're back, and there's that Italian tablecloth tent that Defo loves so much. I should just burn that shirt, but I'm keeping it in reserve in the
But it won't
closet.
fit you, which is great. So that'll
No,
be
it's great.
It's not the most flattering picture.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So meanwhile, we are here at home, and again, was hopefully we will reschedule the Heritage Show with our friend Reno Sorbonne, and thoughts to him and his family having a little bit of a emergency situation. So, and speaking of Italian food, Il Paesano is like a little Italian market, and also has restaurant service. They, it's like during the daytime they do sandwiches. You could do takeout stuff, but they have all kinds of great high quality Italian imported products and goods, and they have a great wine selection, reasonably priced. And the thing is, they have dinner service now. They're open from
What
Tuesday.
city? Where's the location?
Oh, I'm sorry. So it's pretty
Yeah,
much.
they're gonna strike this right from the site there.
Yes, let's eat sunflower. Let me be rules compliant. Il Paesano in Fort Lauderdale on East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's very close to our friend Joey at Cafe Seville. So
Okay.
and it's actually very close to Goldberg's Bagel Deli. It's actually right across. It's actually on the same
They're
side
in
of the
same
street.
road there with Sicilian Oven and Rainbow
Ex-
Palace, right?
Yeah, well, there's a place. It's a little bit further to the west.
okay.
So right after you get past that Coral Ridge Mall, and before you get to Goldberg's and Country Ham and Eggs, it's in that same plaza as Country Ham and Eggs, but it's called Il Paesano. Country Ham and Eggs was intriguing because it says breakfast, bar, and grill, and they have full liquor, and it's a place that is. It's been open a while, Country Ham and Eggs, and I've never gone in there. And seeing that they have, advertising the full liquor, it seems like a very Fort Lauderdale type of place. But meanwhile, I've never been in there, but I have been to Il Paesano a number of times, and we actually have done a show there. I don't know if you remember
how
that.
they doing? It was in the early days of the show. How are they doing?
Yeah, it was with Nikki Mohan, and it's Virgilio is the husband, and Paola. Paola has Italian heritage, but they actually both came here from South Africa. And when we did the show with them, they had just gotten their full-fledged citizenship, naturalized citizens, and it was a very nice, time that we had with them. And it's a very quaint place. And I went. Kui was nice enough. He just got back from Vietnam. He just lost his dad. He had taken some time off away from the restaurant, and he's got a capable crew running the show at Kaizen. So he invited me and our other friend, Dr. Nick, and we had a lovely meal there. And the thing was, the portions are stupendous. The food was good. They got a full range of pastas and a veal of the day, chicken of the day. And people keep asking me, "Oh, have you been to Italy yet? This new like mega Italian market that's
So
like
it's a market, right? Like, so what is like? I don't get what's
So
what's so amazing about Italy. Like,
Italy first opened in New York, and now they're opening these branches all over. And it's like, major corporate backing. They just opened at the Aventura Mall, and it's like a full warehouse size of little shops that you could get, some specialize in the cheese and the, the cured meats. But then they have little, also pastry shops, coffee shops, everything Italian themed, and then some restaurants and cafes where you could have a full sit down meal. But it's like going to Disneyland. It's so big and all encompassing. I haven't been in there yet. I think Joanne was asking yesterday.
yes, yesterday, yeah.
And I've got it on my list. I want to check it out. But to me, Il Paesano is like, that's what I want. It's nice and quiet and civilized. And, they have a couple of different dining areas, but kind of small, maybe no more than 40 or 50 seats overall, and 3 different dining rooms. And it's just very civilized. And I like when you could go to a place and actually, hear yourself think and have a conversation. And it was just a lovely time. And, that's one of those kind of smaller mom and pop shops that, they struggle during the summer. I'm not, no bones about it. So I was glad to get in there. And we were, able to have a nice time. And there were other people in there on a Monday night, because a lot of other restaurants are closed on Mondays. So they were able to pick up the slack because they're open every day except Sunday. And they have 2 daughters. And the weird thing is, one of their daughters is entering their senior year at Florida State. I was chatting with them last night.
Nice.
Turns out she lives it's going to be the same apartment building that my daughter is moving into in August. So
Oh, nice.
a
That's
small
cool.
world apartment that my daughter will, I guess, have a somebody that I know or that hopefully will maybe get in there. I'll take Natalia to dinner one night at Il Pisano, and then we'll meet. She can meet their daughter that is going to be in the same apartment complex in Tallahassee. So small world. Il Paesano. I wish I had the full address. I should do that if I was a good person. Let's see. Il Paesano. It is at 2645 East Oakland Park Boulevard, just a little bit east of Federal Highway there in Fort Lauderdale. So go check it out. Defo, we're talking about ices. You mentioned Richie's Ices, and I know that in Lubie's neck of the woods, there's that Cecile's or Cecily's Ices. Do you ever go there?
I want to go. I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, the guy Evan Cram is been a longtime member of the group, and he took part in the food festival a couple of years ago, and his truck was a huge hit. But he has, ices that are just water-based ices, but he also does some things that like the custards and stuff. So that's this time of year a place that's worth checking out. And then I mentioned Wits is growing. Down where I used to live, there's a place called Dairy Bell that was very popular with Canadians because it was Canadian owned, and they had poutine besides soft serve ice cream. Of course, our friends at Jackson's is for the hard scooped ice cream.
If you want to go out west,
Cleveland's out west in Miramar. There's also near you a place called Let's Chill Ice Cream on Sample Road. Nice couple, both veteran owned and run, and they have some really good ice cream. And then near me, also in Hollywood 441 and Hollywood Boulevard, Siciliano's frozen custard. All kinds of good stuff out there. And then there's some chain places. Jeremiah's, I don't know if you've been to that, but it's a mix of ices and soft serve ice cream where they have like these machines where it comes out in a swirl. And it's kind of a distinct thing. So you get like cherry ices with vanilla soft serve. I kind of liked it.
That's interesting.
So that's it. But Defo, you're going to stick with the Luigi's now because 80 cents a cup is a good deal.
That's a win.
Pretty easy deal. I mean, you just go to the freezer, pick up a box, and it'll last you a while. So it's great.
The blue tongue, I don't know. I think I'd rather have the cherry tongue than
the cherry is good. I was surprised. I normally am not attracted to anything that is with the blue dye, and I wouldn't have thought it was raspberry because raspberries are normally red.
It's not blue.
It was very good. I have to say.
Well, it matches your shirt. Can you stick out your tongue now? Does it? Do you do a
I
Gene Simmons?
mean, I'm chugging down another one of my favorite products, the Mayo water enhancer.
Okay.
Whenever they're 2 for 1, that's one you have to buy 2 for 1. They juiced the price recently by, wow, you talk about tariffs. I mean, it was like a 10% increase in the price, and it was already a little pricey. But they were 2 for 1 the other day, so I bought like 6 of them, and hopefully it'll last me a while because I regular water is, I guess, the way you want to go, but this Mayo enhancer is really good.
That's good. Well, I'm drinking my Topo Chico, the Mexican bubbly water, and I stocked up on cases of it before the tariffs went to effect. So,
do we have tariffs now? What do we have? We have a ceasefire. We have tariffs?
I have no idea. I can't keep track.
What is going on? That is the question.
Somebody said that it's stalled until July 9th and that there are no deals in place. But then I hear that the food things like food and drink from Mexico and Canada are exempt. But I don't know if that's true for every food item. I'm confused. It's just like, what I'm going to do is just I go to the store. I see if something, looks reasonably priced. And if I can still afford it, I'll
you can hear Vince Lombardi in your head. Just screaming, "What the hell is going on out there?" From that,
I can't figure it out.
Film scene.
Hey, there's a ceasefire. Oops, here goes bombs both ways. It's
I'm
like
going off in your backyard. Yeah, there's a ceasefire.
My wife Shirley turns to me last night, and she's like, "Oh, there's a ceasefire." I'm like, "Babe, I just got video of missiles flying into Israel, and then
either that or it's the 4th of July. I don't know what the hell's going on."
I'm like, "There's no ceasefire."
I think what we've got to do now, and it comes to everything, is the level of you got to see what people do and don't listen to what anybody says. I mean, because
I do have to say this: whoever is doing the Trumpsters makeup of late, I mean, they're putting it on with a spatula. This is the weirdest looking guy. I mean, he wasn't exactly normal looking anymore anyway. I mean, at one time, he was always a little bit strange looking to me, but you could have considered him like a decent looking guy. But these last couple of years, and especially since these last 6 months since he's been elected, what's with the makeup? Well, I mean, really, what is going on with that? I don't know. You've done TV, Mike Mayo, and Lubie. I don't know if you've ever had to wear makeup to be on.
I went with a very light touch. I didn't like the heavy pancake look.
Oh man, when I first started doing it, they had a makeup artist, of course, they had on hand, and they always feel like obligated to do something, even if you don't need this stuff, right? I mean, maybe you don't have a big shiny spot in your head, but and I remember, right, the woman just caked it on. It took me 2 weeks to chisel it off. So it must be rough for the Trumpster to, finally. I don't know how and when he sleeps, but
I got to say this:
we need a sledgehammer and a chisel to get that stuff on.
of all the things going on with this White House and this administration, Trump's makeup is probably somewhere down between 562 and
kind
on the list.
You're a poker player. It's a tell that you're thinking, what kind of
100%.
It's a tell.
Like, is this a decision maker? Somebody woke up, and put this stuff on him, and he looks in the mirror. It's kind of like a guy with a bad hairpiece that looks in the mirror and walks outside. Goes, yeah, you know what? I really nailed it today. I look great, but somebody's got to talk to this guy. They really do.
He was rocking that blue suit over the weekend, though. That was a kind of a stunner. It was kind of like one of those shiny royal blue suits. And
it was kind of a Mount Rushmore moment there when Trump was announcing that he was bombing the hell out of Iran, and you had the three blind mice behind him there.
Well, it was
Vance and Rubio. Who, wow, I love this thing that's online with Rubio, where he's outing Trump when they were campaigning. It just, an unbelievable scathing indictment, much like you saw with Vance. I don't know if Hegseth ever was in that category, but it was the only time Rubio ever made sense to me. It was absolutely condemning what a con man this guy is, and now he's standing there behind him very proudly saying, well, look at that, we did it.
Life is strange. And as the great Hunter S. Thompson once said, when the going gets weird, the weird turn pro. So that's it. Right. Hey, we got one more break to take. Is that right? And tell you what, it seems like it's a Thursday. I'm ready for it to be Friday, but it's only Tuesday. And that's good news because it means it's half-price wine night at Tropical Acres. You can go in there tonight.
Good idea.
And 5 o'clock now, you still got an hour and a half of happy hour time in the bar, half price. I tell you what, I wanted to be sober for a couple of weeks, but I just don't think I could do it given all that's going on in the world. And an $8 Belvedere martini sounds very, very grand at this point, followed by a half price bottle of good wine that you get in the dining room on their menu. Or you could also order dinner at the bar. Besides their happy hour light bites, you can get a full meal at the bar and get the half price bottle of wine at the bar. And if you're just solo and you don't want to drink a full bottle of wine, because they are a licensed liquor store and they do sell full bottles of liquor there, but you can drink like half a bottle of wine. They will put a cork in it and put it in a bag, staple it, and you can carry home the rest. Which, one more thing,
can't you do that at any restaurant?
I'm not sure, but you can do it at Tropical Acres.
Yeah. I think you can take wine with you.
Okay, yeah. Although I bet that's a rare occurrence in your household.
Not usually, because what happens with us a lot of times is a bottle is ordered and then we're already over the top. So we end up taking that last bottle home.
You take the second or something.
There you go.
That would be the third or the fourth.
Jesus. There you go. Tropical Acres open every day but Sunday. They are the home of value and hospitality. Don't forget their Twin Lobster special all summer long, actually all the way almost through Thanksgiving time. 2 fresh steamed Maine lobsters, $39 with salad and side dish. You can't beat that deal. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. All right, let's take a third and final break, and then we'll get out of here on this Tuesday edition of the Lunchbox.
Hey, Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Guess who's back and better than ever? Juan's. For the best in classic old school Chinese cuisine, a family-run South Florida favorite since 1966. It's at 664 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Chef Alex is carrying on the family tradition that started 4 generations ago. It used to be known as Christina Juan's Mandarin House, and you're going to love it as Juan's. They've got all your favorites: wonton soup, spare ribs, egg rolls, dumplings, Peking duck, and more. Combo lunch specials daily and takeout and delivery. For more information, go to their Instagram page at juans.fl. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. For the finest and authentic Greek cuisine, Taverna Kima is the place to go. 6298 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. It's been around for nearly 2 decades. Every day is a feast with grilled lamb and fish, house-made spinach pie and moussaka, gyros, traditional dips, mezes, with soft, warm pita. It's open 7 days for lunch and dinner with happy hour daily from 3 to 6 p.m., indoor, outdoor, private dining, and they are now featuring a monthly lamb roast brunch on the first Sunday of every month. So celebrate life at Taverna Kima. For reservations and information, go to tavernakima.com. When I get a craving for real Southern barbecue, Fat Boys Barbecue is the place that I call home. Cooked low and slow with proper smoke and dry rub goodness, Fat Boys has some of the best ribs, brisket, burnt ends, pulled pork, and chicken around. 5 delectable sauces and the tastiest collard greens, candied yams, and cornbread this side of heaven. 4 locations, including Deerfield, Coral Springs, Cypress Creek Road, and their newest location in downtown Fort Lauderdale, 706 South Federal Highway. Open 7 days with great lunch specials, online ordering, delivery, catering, and food trucks for your next event. To order, go to fatboysbarbecue.com today. That's Fat Boys with a Z, as in amazing. All right, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for sticking around on the later side. Tomorrow we'll be at Wicked Cheesesteaks a little after 1 o'clock. Let's call it 1:30, right, Lubie? You've got some morning activities. And, we'll be trying some of Brian's new roast beef sandwiches. I'm looking forward to that. And, that'll do it. So thank you. Defo, go get yourself another Luigi's.
I've hit my limit there. I got to make weight for my birthday, so
okay, yeah. And the countdown is on. I guess it's July 5th, the day after July 4th, Saturday.
Less than 2 weeks to go. So Saturday. A lot of taking it easy on the food.
Well, it's not the Diamond Jubilee, right? That's going to be next year, right?
I'm hitting 74 this year,
right? Which is a nice even number, but
no, it's not a good number. What are you talking about?
Great number.
Horrible number.
It's better than the alternative. Is that right?
54 seemed like it was old. So I'm above the Mendoza line for men. Where you always get to look every time.
You're at the age when if somebody sees your name and the age in the obituaries, they'll say, "Yeah, all right,
lived a good life."
I would say young.
It's not like when it's like 52. It's like, oh, so young. Now it's like,
if I get another boat, I'm going to name it Borrowed Time. That's what I'm on.
All right. Well, stay healthy, everybody, and enjoy every sandwich.
We're in the mood.